Hello students, how are you all? So welcome to my class. Today I am going to continue with my same lesson, that is Greek, Roman and American civilizations. So far I have explained you all about the Greek and Roman civilizations, and I started with the American civilizations. And in the American civilization again we have seen two civilizations. Totally there are three civilizations are there. So we have seen the two civilizations, that is Mayas and Aztec. So today I am going to start with the Inca civilization and the life of the people, the life of the Inca people. So let me start with the introduction, the Inca civilization. So the Inca Empire, which flourished during the 15th and 16th centuries, spread in the areas of Peru, Ecuador, Chile and Argentina. Other cultures exist before the Incas, means before the Incas arrived to this area. Already some of the people, means in the 15th and 16th century when they have come, already some of the people were there. So the Inca Empire continued the old culture. Since the Incas did not know writings, means they doesn't know, the script was not there, they don't know to write. Then how they used to pass on the information? That too orally, from one person to another person, and not much is known about their early life and all. About whom? About the Inca people. So the Incas Empire were flourished during the 15th and 16th century and spread in the areas of Peru, Ecuador, Chile and the Argentina. And before the these tribe people entered into this area, already the other tribe people were there. And these Inca, whatever the early old culture was, that was continued by this Inca people. And these Inca people, they doesn't know they don't know the writing script was not there. And about their early life, much information was not there. So whatever information the historians gathered, they have written. And they came and settled in the Peruvian Cuzco, that is Cusco Valley, around the 11th century, and step by step gradually occupied the whole valley, the Inca people. And information about their lives till the 15th century is not clear, means much information was not there. And Tupac was a prominent leader, prominent means important leader of the Inca itself, and he had fought the earlier tribes of Chemuse and overpowered them. So this Tupac, what he did, I already said you, before the Incas arrived to this area, already the people were there, other tribe people were there. So this Tupac, he is the leader of the Inca civilization. He fought with the people earlier who were there, and he controlled, he captured those areas and all, and he became powerful. That is called as overpowered by them. And over a period of time, his descendants, means whose descendants, the Tupac descendants, worked to establish an empire. But in 1532, a Spanish army of only 200 men defeated the Incas. It murdered the Inca soldiers in a gruesome manner, very horrible, extreme, very horribly they killed the Inca soldiers itself and took over the kingdom. So already we have seen the Maya civilization was attacked by the Spanish army, and the Aztec also was attacked by the Spanish army. Even the Inca civilization was attacked by the this Spanish army. And we can come to know here, this army, their soldiers, how powerful, how strong they are. And when we come to their life and all, the Incas people were very talented. They were very talented. The talent of the Incas can be seen in their organizational ability, then in their artistic interest. So their empire had been divided into 4 provinces. 4 provinces are nothing but 4 areas and all. The chiefs look after the provinces area. So in for each and every provinces, the leader, whoever the representative is there, he appointed some of the chiefs for each and this the empire was divided into 4 provinces. 4 provinces means what? 4 areas for each and every area. That means provinces. One chief is appointed. Again, under him the subordinates also are there. The chief subordinates also are there. And above the chiefs were the kings, officials. So here the hierarchy level is there. The first place goes to the kings, the second position goes to the chiefs, and then the priest and all, and first kings, priest, chiefs and the common people. So this is called as a hierarchy level. And here the priest also can be seen being powerful classes of the society. Here in this society, that is the Inca society, the priests they having the authority itself. And the land was divided into 3 parts. So one part the farmer he will keep for himself, another part he will give to the sun god, and other part he has to give to the king itself. So the first part was served, he has to for family. The other 2 parts were meant for the sun god and the king respectively. Maybe it is in the form of a tax they have to pay to the king. And the facility of giant gardeneries. Gardeneries are nothing but weight houses, or else we can see that storage houses where their big giant means what, big gardeneries and all, where they to store the grains and all, and made to store the grains and all. And the kingdom at the time of calamities. Do you know what you mean by calamities? That is called as the natural calamities. Maybe the floods, when the time of an floods, when the time of an earthquake, and also whatever the food grains was stored in this large vast granaries and all, they'll utilize for the people. They'll be like a helping nature. For sake of this only, what they will do, they store the grains in the big vast huge granaries and all. So when the time of calamities and all, calamities are nothing but a natural disaster, like a damage. So at that time what they do, they utilize these grains and all. And not even the grains, even the clothes would be provided to the people every year. And every year inspectors used to visit the village itself, visit the village to for the sake of the census purpose, means to count the people in every village, and also to keep an account of food storage, how much it is there, animals. So majority of these people were farmers. Some were the soldiers and others were the artisans. So this is the thing. So hierarchy level, the kings, priests, the chiefs and the farmers and laborers and all. So like this the hierarchy level is there. So here what we have seen, that is the Inca civilization was flourishing in the 15th and 16th century in the areas of Peru, Chile, Argentina and Ecuador. So the Spanish army with only 200 men, they attacked the Inca civilization. And before these Inca people arrived, already the people, that other tribe was there, and the prominent leader of the Inca civilization was Topa. He fought with some of the tribes and all, and he overpowered, he captured that area and he was overpowered. So this is the thing. And what we have seen this the hierarchy level, and here the empire was divided into 4 provinces, 4 areas for each and every area. One chief was appointed to look after that area and all. And here we can see the farmers, they have to divide their harvest into 3 parts. One they have to keep for themselves, other they have to give to the sun god as a sacrifice, and the other part they have to give to the king, maybe as a tax. Okay, and here every year what they used to do, the inspector used to visit the villages to keep an account of the people, food and the animals. Okay, and they constructed the huge granaries where they can store their food and they can utilize in the time of calamities and all. Calamities are called as a natural disaster. So they utilize these grains, even they'll provide the clothes also. So this is about the thing. And in the next class again I am going to continue with my same lesson, students. Thank you. I hope so you all understand.